Previously on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. Okay. Yeah. Should have come back. Fuck. Shit. Oh my god. Fuck. You're dead. You're dead. You're so screwed. You are fucked. Oh my god. You're dead. Why aren't you running? Run. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run. Run. Run away. Run. Run. Why aren't you running? Why are you run? Why aren't you running? Run. Run away. Run. What the hell is wrong with you? Run. Holy shit. You're so fucking dead, man. You are dead. Dude, you're dead. Dead. Oh, now you run. Oh, of course. Yeah, you're fucked. Goodbye. Yeah, over. Game over, man. Oh, it's over. Oh, no one's there. See? No one's there. She said she was leaving, remember? Oh my god, oh my god. Seriously? Dude, don't. Yeah, just close your eyes and take it. Oh my god. Just don't turn around. Don't turn around. Shit.
Hello everybody. I'm Zankoku, and this is the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror Rises Again. I know I'm not as like super pumped up, excited like I normally am. I'm a little bit more mellow, laid back version here. And tonight, I was going to do a review of a Korean movie called H, but instead I'm going to talk to you about a different movie that I just saw tonight, actually, in the theaters. I got some free passes to a sneak preview of the Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger prison escape action flick, Escape Plan. And I thought, you know what? Let's take a break. We can take a break. We can take a break. We can take a break. This is episode 15. We're almost halfway there. I think we could take a one memento break from the gore fest, the horror fest, the nasty fest, I don't know what you want to call it, and talk about an action movie. Oh my goodness, an action movie. So, anyways, let's get into it. So, let's go. The Escape Plan. Sylvester Stallone plays a man who is a professional escape artist. Basically, he is hired to go into a prison and escape. Basically, test its security, find its vulnerabilities, and exploit them and escape. And then report back, and then they make the adjustments. Well, he's the best at what he does, I guess. And so, a Defense Department, it's CIA. It was CIA. CIA contracts him to basically break out of a blacklist site. You don't know what a blacklist site is. It's a detention site that's not technically on the books. You know, like Black Ops, things like that. Basically, because the United States ended rendition, they needed a place off the books that they can store unwanted, undesirable, and quote-unquote dangerous people. You know, Guantanamo Bay, except no one knows where it is. So these so-called prisons are privately run, and, you know, therefore the government can disavow all knowledge. And honestly, you know, if they ever get found out, it was some private company, that was their fault. They're the ones who did it. We had nothing to do with it. You know, those are criminal scum. We'll prosecute them. Wink, wink, you know. So that's where we think the story goes. But lo and behold, it would appear that Mr. Stallone's character was betrayed. Instead of the usual job with the safeties in place for him to escape if he finds known vulnerabilities, he is without the parachute. The warden that they said was going to be the warden is not the warden. No. Basically, it was a setup. and now he's stuck in this prison hell. But, oh, but he has one friend inside, and that is Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. Apparently, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a thing for Mr. Stallone because he immediately whisks himself over to Stallone when there's some trouble brewing and saves him. And they kind of develop a little bit of rapport, more like Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to know more about him, and Sylvester Stallone is still trying to figure out how to get the hell out of here. He doesn't really give a shit about him anyways. Well, eventually, they get a rapport and some trust, and Schwarzenegger finds out that, he's this, Stallone's this escape artist guy, and agrees to work with him on one condition, that he can escape with him. And so that's the basic plot of the movie. You got Warden who, Geneva Convention be damned, does things the way he wants them done. Of course, he doesn't want his prisoners killed because apparently the people who pay him want to bury these people but keep them alive for some reason sometimes, and so you lose contract money. It's kind of weird. Anyways, but you got the sadistic main guard. It's a very kind of standard type of action movie. I mean, you've got the whole unlikely alliance. You've got the arrogant and evil, scheming warden and his crazed, psychotic minion, who is like the head of the security, his left-hand man or his right-hand man, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And a Sam Neill appearance as the doctor of at this facility. So hey, you get health care inside the black site prison. So wow, sure, he can't give you a pain medication, but he'll stitch you up. Ow, yeah. So let's talk about the movie. Has a pretty good pace. It's not a long movie, but is a pretty good pace. There isn't a lot of story time elements that really bog down the plot. You get a little backstory about Sylvester Stallone's character, a little bit about Arnold Schwarzenegger, a little bit, really, like minuscule. But all in all, it's basically moves from point A to point B to point C to point D rather quickly, which is good because it's an action film. You don't want to be sitting around doing nothing a lot for a while. And as the action goes, I wouldn't say that it is super action-packed. It's not wall-to-wall fights, and there's a lot of thinking and planning and plotting, which is kind of cool because I like caper movies. I like caper movies a lot. Some of the best parts of this movie is when he's explaining how the plan's supposed to go, when he's describing at the beginning when he escapes the first prison that he was in. Very interesting moments. Those are. The action is your basic bad guys can't shoot for shit, but the good guys, when they finally get guns, are like fucking, aimbot. But yeah, it's an action movie. That's how it's supposed to go, right? The villain, I think it was played by Jim Caviezel, I think. This is a pretty good job. His character is somewhat despicable, and you need that character to be despicable. And overall, I think it was a very enjoyable movie. It's an entertaining movie. It has enough depth in the story and the plot, and honestly, it kind of has some twists and turns in it that you don't necessarily see coming, which is pretty cool for your action movies, because it's not usually the standard fare when it comes to action movies. So it's not all explosions and gunfire. There are quite a few fist fights, but for the most part, it's about like a little bit of the thrill, suspense areas when a diversion is created and Sylvester Stallone's like making his way through certain areas and has to get back to his cell at a certain time. things like that. Those kind of moments, like who's really playing who and all that stuff like that. And so I mean, I don't want to say too much because honestly, the if I start explaining everything that's going on, you miss kind of the fun that's in the movie. I mean, when you have a heist movie, you can't describe the heist because part of it is hearing how their plans are, what they're going to do, and what kind of problems they might face, and how they, if they do face opposition, how they work around it and things like that. And that's part of the charm. Plus, you have to give it some grains of salt. You have to suspend your disbelief sometimes. A super high maximum security prison definitely would be checking your hands. When you're in a room or before you leave the room or before they put you in the cell and things like that. You won't be able to walk like this and then just go into your cell. Things like that. I mean, there's some ridiculousness, and some people might be put off by that, and therefore be totally sickened by the movie because it's totally ridiculous and totally illogical. I mean, but it's a movie. You have to suspend some disbelief. Some people have a higher tolerance for it. Others don't. I mean, for me. I know what it is. It's about fun. It's about enjoying yourself at the movie. It's not about overanalyzing it because that's not the type of movie it is. It's not. It is not freaking Prometheus, guys. It's not Inception. It's an action movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Some one-liners in there. A lot of them got some pretty good reactions from the audience. Some of them were okay, but enjoyable. And it felt nostalgic in a way. It felt kind of like some of those older action movies because sometimes the newer action movies seem a little bit too serious. They take themselves a bit too serious, and there's just not those fun moments. I mean, it's supposed to be a serious movie, yeah. I mean, serious subject, but it has fun with itself and the material, and I think that's important for action movies, not to be so deadpan serious. There's got to be those moments that especially break the tension, that you gotta laugh, just to sigh of relief and laugh about it. So there you go. I'm not gonna throw like my scores in there because it's not a horror movie. I mean, honestly, violence and gore, if I would have to score this, like, violence and gore would have to be like a 2. There's plenty of shooting, people getting shot, and people getting beaten and punched and things like that, but there's no dismemberments, and there's blood, but there's not like a whole lot of it, and so below average amount, especially even for an action movie, there isn't that high of a body count, so you go for shock value. The ending, I guess you could consider shocking, 1 out of 5. But, I mean, it's not shocking, just surprising, whatever. 1 out of 5. You would say, plot, honestly, I like the plot. It's simple, but it's not just too stupid, and it's not completely straightforward. So I'm giving it a surprisingly good 3.5 out of 5. You go to acting. I loved everyone in the movie. I thought was pretty good. Sure, I guess you could call it cheesy. You could say Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't act well. Sylvester Stallone, you can't understand what he's saying. But I enjoyed it for what it is. No one went too freaking crazy. Jim Caviezel's character was pretty cool. Like his smarminess, I guess, is what you could call it anyway. So I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Fuck you, people. Fuck you. If you think that it's bad acting, you know what? I'm not watching Shakespeare here, bitches. Anyways, so there you go. 4 out of 5. Nudity, 0 out of 5. It's a prison movie. Thank God it's a 0 out of 5. That would have been horrible. Horrible if it was any higher than that. Come on, it's a prison freaking movie, guys. Prison movies, unless it's a woman's prison movie, you want it to be a 0. Seriously. Yeah. Anyways, going on my enjoyment factor, 4 out of 5. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I had fun. It wasn't boring at all. I was entertained, laughed when I was supposed to. Was very interested in how are they going to do all this stuff. And so there, 4 out of 5. And of course, what do we got? Overall impression is a solid 4 out of 5. Solid action movie. I don't know what the average is. I just did this off the top of my freaking head, people. I don't even remember what my first score was for violence and gore. I don't know. It was like a 2 maybe. I don't. Anyway, so I don't care. You guys can do the math yourself on that. I'm not even going to write them down in the description. You want? Anyways, so I had to edit something out. I went crazy there for a moment. So, but I'm back. So there you go. Enjoyable movie. Not a horror movie. So for anyone who's watching this looking for a horror one, be back tomorrow with horror. I thought, I enjoyed the movie enough. I thought I'd like to talk about it. I thought, it'd be fun to like just, throw out convention for a moment and talk about something that I just did. I just watched it not a few hours ago. So, bam, in my face, like in my brain. Whatever. Anyways, here we go. Last episode was Tales of Terror from Tokyo and all over Japan. My I don't know, it was a review of Volume 1, I guess you could call it a review anyway, so check that out here. It's going to be episode 16, more than half, that is over the halfway mark. Almost, we're marching on, we are marching on to victory, yeah! Okay, yeah, I don't know, maybe I had a shot or two before this, I don't know, whatever, anyways, I will see you guys later.